logistics, sourcing, procurement, production, logistics and customer service. Logistics and customer service. So it integrates all these activities. Sourcing of suppliers, where do you get suppliers, reliable suppliers, who can provide us with the services that you are looking for, or the goods that we intend to have. So where to source, how to source, how to get the supplier, that's an activity. Then procurement itself, production or logistics or customer service, all these are brought together, are integrated. So that is supply chain management. Now, what are the objectives of supply chain management? So we're going to look at some objectives of supply chain management. Objectives of supply chain management. What are the objectives? Why supply chain management? Now, supply chain management is very important in a business and has a number of objectives. The first one is cost reduction. Cost reduction is one of them. Cost reduction is one of the objectives of supply chain management. So you integrate, you bring together a number of activities so that by the end of the day, you are able to reduce cost. So supply chain management aims to minimize cost across the entire supply chain. To minimize the cost across the entire supply chain by optimizing processes and eliminating waste. So they will optimize process and eliminate what? Waste. There shouldn't be waste, because the waste is the cost. The waste in the supply chain will increase the cost and will affect the production, will affect the cost of bringing a product, and that also has an impact on the other side. So we have to eliminate the waste and make sure we optimize the processes. Objective number 2. So objective number 1 is cost what? Reduction, where we aim at reducing cost to the minimum by eliminating waste and optimizing processes. So, number 2, is improved customer service. Improved customer service. We would want to enjoy improved customer service. So supply chain manager is there to improve or to have an improved customer service. Now, what is an improved customer service? So we're saying supply chain management aims to enhance customer satisfaction. Aims to enhance customer satisfaction by ensuring timely delivery, high production or high product quality,
satisfaction and
Okay, customer satisfaction, timely delivery, high product quality, and efficient customer support.
high product quality.
And efficient customer support. Efficient customer support. Okay. So what do I mean? Supply chain management is there to ensure that there is customer satisfaction, there is timely delivery, there is the product of high quality, and there is efficient customer support, isn't it? Yeah. So that's it. And number 3, we have increased efficiency. Increased efficiency. Increased efficiency. What does that mean? We aim at increasing the efficiency. Efficiency at the time. To be efficient.
It could be based on time and quality. Basically, very understood that.
What about time and quality?
The faster something is, the better, and also it should be done and also at a good quality. So it will be based on depending on the perspective of the production line. Yeah.
So we're looking at that. So supply chain management is there to streamline operations so as to ensure efficiency. Yeah, talk of maximization of time. Yeah, so quality. Make sure that you put all the effort, and all the effort is being utilized for the production of a certain product. Make sure you avoid wastage of time or resources, so you're being efficient. You actually utilize the resources and the time to the maximum, so that you aim at so that the production is done efficiently in line with the objectives of the organization. So efficiency is very important. Number 4 is enhanced collaboration. Enhanced collaboration. Number 4, enhanced collaboration. What do we mean by enhancing collaborations?
Because in most cases in businesses, not usually just one party involved. For example, let's say we have a farm who's the person producing. We might have another party in between, like let's say someone who does transportation, and then we have maybe producers, and we have consumers at the end. So I guess maybe looking at that chain between coming from farmers, those that are doing logistics, with the producers to consumers.
Yeah, in the supply chain management, you are dealing with a number of suppliers.
Yeah.
It's not that one person. There are service providers, there are transporters, there are producers, there are marketers. So they all come together. And you are a team up for the betterment of the supply chain. So if you are a producer, that means you have to have a transporter, you have to have a marketer, someone in blending and what have you, so that you have a complete service or a complete transaction within a shortest period of time together. So, collaboration is like you collaborate, we come together. So as you come together, as you collaborate, you are able to share skills, experiences, ideas, and what have you, so that the process is done efficiently and effectively. Okay? So the collaboration will bring, so there is a supply chain management emphasizes on what? Collaboration and information sharing between various entities in the supply chain. So sharing what? Information in the supply chain to improve. Why is that done? That is done to improve decision making and performance. You see? Number 5, risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. Number 5. Now, risk mitigation. So, supply chain management is one of the way of what? Mitigating what? Risk. So, supply chain management aims to identify and mitigate the risks. Got it? And then the risk could be supply disruption of supply, because we are bringing in a number of stakeholders. We are collaborating. The disruption in the supply chain can be what? Avoided. No disruptions. Price fluctuations can also be avoided, and also quality issues, because you're bringing in a chain of stakeholders within the supply chain, so you can avoid quality issues, because you talk the same language, you don't compete, but you work as partners. So as such, you are able to focus on the quality and avoid issues that can come in regards to quality. And so those are the objectives of what? Supply chain management. Cost reduction, improved customer service, increase efficiency, enhance collaboration, risk mitigation. Understood? Thank you. Now let's look at the key components of supply chain management. Now, what are the key components of supply chain management? One, so we're looking at key components. Those are objectives, and now we're looking at key components of supply chain management. One, the key components are planning and forecasting. One, we have planning and forecasting. So what are planning and forecasting?
Whilst forecasting could be taking necessary measures to prepare for any uncertainties as they come ahead.
So supply chain management involves forecasting. That you can forecast the demand and then plan. You can look at so based on the demands, you can plan. You can develop production plans, and so as to meet customers' requirements, so that they are able to meet customer requirements. So planning is very important in supply chain management, and the planning and forecasting are very important because the forecasting will tell you what is the expected demand based on the previous performance, last year's performance, current situation. You can forecast to say next year, if this year we manage to sell 1,000 products, likely next year we can sell 1.3 products. You get what I'm saying? So that's forecasting. So you project for the future. Now, based on the forecasting, you're able now to plan. If we were to sell 1,500 products, what could be, how are you going to produce it? So you make a production plan. Anything that has to do with production has to be planned based on those particular forecasts. Okay? Number two, sourcing and procurement. Sourcing and procurement. So you can source information. So sourcing and procurement, we're looking at the process whereby so in supply chain management, you are able to identify suppliers, you are able to negotiate contracts, and manage relationships to ensure availability of quality goods and services. So sourcing and procurement involves the process whereby you actively involve yourself in identifying suppliers. What is the need that you want? Who can provide us with the goods that we want? Who can actually bring quality services to our organization? So that's sourcing, which involves identifying service providers or suppliers. And then you look at procurement, the whole process of buying or acquiring those goods and services. Understood that? Okay, so that's it.
Only two key components.
No, continue. Number three is production and operations. Production and operations is number three. Production and operations, which includes optimizing production processes, managing inventory, and ensuring efficient operations to meet customer demand. So production and operation focuses on what? Optimizing production. Okay, optimizing production processes, managing inventory, and ensuring efficient operations to meet demands. Okay. So production and operations, number 3. Number 4, we have logistics and transportation. Logistics and transportation. And so this includes managing the movement of goods, selecting some transportation mode, and optimizing distribution networks. Okay?
Managing of goods.
Managing the movement of goods.
The movement
of goods. Then we're looking at selecting transportation modes.
Selection.
Transportation modes and optimizing distribution network.
Optimizing
distribution network. So that's another component. The component number 5 is customer service and support. So customer service and support, we're looking at providing prompt and accurate customer service. Prompt and accurate customer service. Handling retains and maintaining customer satisfaction.
Retaining prompt and accurate customer service.
Handling retains and maintaining customer satisfaction. Retains or retaining, yeah. So retaining.
The retain on your R-E-T-A-I-N-G.
R-E-T.
Or retain on your
Return.
Oh.
Yeah.
Retaining customer service.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's look at challenges facing the supply chain management. Do you have any suggestion on the challenges? Is it simple to manage a supply chain?
Not really.
Why is it difficult to manage a supply chain? What are the challenges? So, it is good to have supply chain as we looked at objectives, issues aiming at bringing efficiency, integrating. But now, there are challenges that supply chain management faces. So, we're looking at challenges facing what we call supply chain management. Now, what are these challenges?
In logistics, maybe we have delivery issues in terms of mode of transportation. Suppliers not meeting deadlines sometimes. Maybe poor packaging, some issues.
Okay. So once we can have complexity, complex. You know, managing a supply chain is complex, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you're dealing with a chain of suppliers, chain of stakeholders, service providers, and now it becomes very complex to handle. So, global supply chain involves numerous entities, regulations, and stakeholders. You see?
Yeah.
So you find that one stakeholder is here, the other one is in Zambia, the other one is in Nigeria. There are different regulations that we need to comply with. Some are good, some are bad. Commercial people have different beliefs and what have you. So in the course of bringing oneness, or in other words, meeting the objective, you may have difficulties because of the distance, the beliefs, the regulations, and what have you. So that becomes very difficult. Because a number of entities. So coordination, managing that becomes a challenge. Number two, uncertainty. Number two challenge is uncertainty. You are not very certain of what is happening next. You get the point? Because you are dealing with people that they don't even know. You are dealing with countries that they don't even know. So, it's very, and the possibility of issues of safety, issues of the natural disasters, so unpredictable events such as theft or natural disasters. Basically, the natural disasters could be unpredictable. Geopolitical issues, geographical issues, geopolitical issues. So geopolitical issues and market fluctuations can also be a problem. So uncertainty, you're not very sure about the market, how the economy is going to respond in the next few months. You are not very sure of that. You're not very sure about political issues. Anything can come up. You can have demonstrations and what have you, which may affect the distribution chain. Understood?
Yeah.
What else? What else?
Can factors of production also bring to this from parliament attorney?
What about factor of production?
Maybe not reaching being able to reach demand the
Or if there is failing to meet demand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you failing to meet demand? The demand?
That's how I think it maybe also parliament. Maybe because of maybe like when you have 2 acres, you can produce let's say 50 bags of maize.
But the challenge there would be if you're failing to meet the demand, which means the demand is there, you're able to produce something. But now the most dangerous thing would be if you don't have the market. You've produced the product, but you can't find the market because of fluctuation on the market, changes on the market. People are not interested in your product, and yet you have remained a number of stakeholders. You've aligned for transport, this and that, but you can't. Okay. So that becomes a problem. No? management is also a challenge. Then number three is risk management. Risk management. Is another challenge.
How is it a challenge? I think that's supposed to be solutions, you know?
The risky, we're not going to risk basically looking at anything. It's something to do with anything. Bad, small, good or bad.
Yeah.
But that thing has the capacity or the power to make you feel achieve being in one objectives. If that thing is making you fail to achieve your objectives, that one becomes a risk. You have set up objectives and something comes in between and you are able to achieve objectives. Or you achieve objective but not at expected time. You plan to achieve this objective within 3 months and now you have achieved them in 4 or 5 months. That's a risk. Because something came in that disrupted the process. Or you wanted to achieve this objective and you end up achieving something similar to that or a different objective. Then that is a result of what? Of a risk. Now, in a scenario where you're dealing with a number of stakeholders, you have different nations involved in the supply chain, it is sometimes very difficult to identify those particular risks. Because if you're able to identify risks, you're able to find measures as on how to mitigate those particular risks. So, maybe because of the capacities, the distances, the people involved, it becomes hard for you to manage the risk. So managing the risk is like you have a risk, now you're trying to handle that risk, you're trying to bring it down so that you can avoid it or you can transfer it so that you're able to achieve your objectives within in the presence of what? Those particular risks. So you need to identify and mitigate risk throughout the supply chain to ensure continuity, which is not possible. So you cannot manage, sometimes it becomes difficult. Sometimes you can manage, sometimes it becomes difficult for you to identify and mitigate risk throughout the supply chain. Very simple. Now, lastly, technological or technological. Thank you.
Number 4.
Technology integration. Sometimes leveraging technology efficiency and integrating various systems and platforms becomes a challenge. You know, countries we are not at the same pace in terms of technology and development. Some nations are advanced, others are not advanced, others are still developing, others are at a very, very, very nice scale.
Yeah.
Now, in the supply chain management, you are dealing with some stakeholders who have advanced technological skills. Now, for you to integrate those skills or those systems into the supply chain, sometimes it becomes a challenge because you might not have the capacity to integrate those changes. Maybe some countries just use applications to make orders, to do this and that, But now you don't have that capacity to go for information, or you don't have the financial muscle to finance for that application, so it becomes a challenge. So that also has to be considered accordingly. Sustainability. Okay. So sustainability.
I think, because we're looking at sustenance, we're looking at time period of, let's say, how long they use it for the operation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing we're looking at factors like that look like it helping facilitating an injection from point A to point B. So I'm guessing we're looking at maybe financial issues, labor, maybe factors like that help you to push and something really. So I think we're looking at those kind of factors. That means in supply chain, that means we're going to be focusing on factors that help us to make sure that supply chain is moving from point A to point B. That means we look at financial issues, like how people can budget with, okay, we're going to invest maybe 1 million to do A, B, C, D. So look at how long will this one take us to make sure that production line is finished to meet the plan, maybe something like that.
Okay. Yeah. So how to make it sustainable? Another way to. But we're looking at something that can stand the test, something that can be there for the next generation, something that will come to an end. So that is the sustainability. Yeah. So we're looking at sustainability. Is the business going to survive in the next 10 years? Is it going to be sustainable? So what factors do you want? Now, because you're dealing with a number of companies, number of entities, you're not sure about the mission of other companies, why do they exist, what do they want to achieve. So sometimes it becomes very cumbersome for you to be very sustainable. Anything can happen. Because in a supply chain, a mistake or an error, then the one member within the supply chain can affect the entire chain, isn't it? Yeah. So sometimes it becomes it's not always, but sometimes it becomes very difficult to make it sustainable or to achieve what you call the sustainability. The modern levels. Having looked at what we've looked at, we can now look at, apart from this, we're looking at sustainable, we're looking at supply chain management. Now, we'll discuss the objectives, components, and challenges. Now we can look at purchasing policy and procedures. So we'll start with purchasing policy. Then now we're going to look into procedures, policies and procedures in supply chain management. policy. In procurement, for the procurement or for the purchasing, all this sort of thing about the supply chain is goes with purchasing. You want to buy, you want to sell the product. So for it to be effective or efficient, for you to achieve the objectives of this supply chain management, there is need for the businesses or for you to develop purchasing policies or purchasing procedures. Some companies or some organizations have procurement policies, procurement procedures, manuals that guides the whole process of procurement, that defines procurement, what is expected of those who are doing the procurement, or what should they do when the need arises in terms of procurement. How do they procure the product? Where do they get the product? How do they select the right supplier or the right service provider? So these factors have to be considered. Now, when you talk of purchasing policy, a purchasing policy is a set of guidelines and principles. A set of guidelines and principles. Set of guidelines and principles. And the principles set of guidelines and principles that an organization follows to control and manage their purchasing activities. A purchasing policy is a set of principles that an organization follows to control and manage their purchasing activities. And manage their purchasing activity. So it provides the guidelines or procedures or principles that have to be followed when you are trying to buy something, or you're trying to select a supplier, or you're trying to make a purchasing decision. So it provides a framework for managing purchasing decisions and also ensures that purchases are conducted in a consistent and responsible manner. Ensure that the purchasing is done in a consistent and responsible manner. This is very, very important. Now, what are the main objectives of purchasing policy? Of purchasing policy. Why do we have a policy in purchasing?
To ensure quality.
Okay, quality. So quality in terms of so we have a policy so that we're able to maintain quality standards. Okay, that. Because the policy will tell you if you need this, these are the requirements, and this is where you get this. Now, so one, to maintain quality standards, that's why the policy. Two, to achieve cost savings. Okay, we're trying to avoid unnecessary expenditures. So we're trying to achieve cost what? Or achieve cost savings.
Set cost of.
Cost savings,
What it is, the English word
to maintain quality standards. For the policy will set standards that we need. So to maintain those quality standards, we need a policy. Number two, to achieve cost saving. Number three, we have a policy in place in procurement because we want to ensure supply compliance. Supply compliance. You know, compliance is very important in procurement. When we are acquiring services or goods and services, we need to follow all the procedures from documentation, authorization, in terms of even the supplier. If the supplier is he ready? Are they policies or principles? Or in other words, does he have certificates? Is he qualified supplier to give us the product? Is he registered? So those factors will be taken into what? Consideration when we are handling that. Another one is to foster transparency and fairness. Fostering what? Transparency and fairness. In order to have a transparent transaction and a fair transaction, fairness means to say all suppliers are given a chance to compete. So you have the chance to select from the supplier you want. You're giving all suppliers a chance. That's being fair, isn't it? So when you're making a decision, you know this decision is made based on inputs or factors or things that you get from all the suppliers. In terms of transparency, it means that you are doing things that there's openness. Everyone sees what is happening. The process is starting from here, it's ending here. We're getting a product on this because of ABC. We're giving a contract to this supplier because of this factor. These are the things that we've done in order to achieve this result. So you're very transparent. So the policy is there to ensure that there's transparency, because the policy will guide you what you need to be done. So a policy will cover factors such as supplier selection, price negotiation.
This point is on.
Okay, the supply, we have discussed objectives. So finally we're looking at a policy that the policy will typically cover areas such as what? Supplier selection. If you want to select a supplier, the policy will guide you. See more there? This is how the supplier has to be selected. Two, we're looking at price negotiation. The policy will tell you how to negotiate for the client.
The first one was price negotiation.
No, that's the second one. The first one is supplier selection.
Supplier
Selection. Number two is price negotiation. Then contract management.
Contracts.
Management. Ethical sourcing. When you're trying to source something, it has to be ethical.
Can you explain that?
Ethics, we're looking about the norms.
Yeah.
So, if you are selecting a supplier, are they being ethical? Have we followed all the norms, the procedures, all that has to be followed, isn't it? Soon as I can subjectively or almost uncomfortable style. that you have followed all the ethical. So issues of compliance, issues of
Pricing, and
yeah, everything is ethical.
ethical sourcing.
So that's about, so risk management or another level that's what policies will come. So next time we're looking at procedures.
Procedure.
Yeah. That's next week sometime. Make sure we come. Keep time, eh?
Yeah, I'll try. Hey, right, very fun. There's sometimes
What did you say?
6 miles, but near and the best.
Huh?
6 miles, but down near and